I've walked behind a lazy mule and picked the down road and cursed the gumbo mud that grew the corn. I've swung a double-bitted axe till sundown and wondered through my sweat, why was I born? I've laughed in Daddy's face when he was praying. I've turned my back upon my mother's cries. I've looked into my mind when we were starving and asked myself the question, who am I? I've searched the eyes of strangers in the alleys and seen the searching looks that they returned. I've read the books the scholars recommended and trembled at the lack of what I learned. I've slept out in the night when it was raining. I've shivered at the lightning in the sky. I've looked into my mind while I was freezing and asked myself the question, who am I? I've seen the spinning world from in a gutter and fell to kin to men who live for wine. I've searched and finally found the perfect woman and learned too late she never could be mine. I've walked with lowered head behind my offspring, ashamed of the man in my son's eyes. Oh, what a rocky track I left to follow. Dear God, I ask the question, who am I? Signed, sealed, and delivered, a package containing my heart. To open, remove the wrapper, but please don't tear it apart. You tore out this heart when you left me. You left me alone and so blue. I'm sending it special delivery. Please handle with care, it's for you. Signed, sealed, and delivered, a package containing my heart. I send it to you as a token. I'm sorry we're so far apart. Signed, sealed, and delivered, a package containing my heart. To open, remove the wrapper, but please don't tear it apart. Take this hammer, take it to the captain. Take this hammer, take it to the captain. Take this hammer, take it to the captain. Tell him I'm gone, tell him I'm gone. If he asks you, was I running? If he asks you, was I running? If he asks you, was I running? Tell him I was flying, tell him I was flying. Tell the captain I was headed for the river. Tell the captain I was headed for the river. Tell the captain I was headed for the river. Tell him I swim, tell him I swim. Take this hammer, take it to the captain. Take this hammer, take it to the captain. Take this hammer, take it to the captain. Tell him I'm gone, gone, gone. Tell him I'm gone. When that steamboat comes down the river, when that steamboat comes down the river, when that steamboat comes down the river, I'm gonna swim when it comes by. 25 miles in Mississippi, 25 miles in Mississippi, 25 miles in Mississippi. Tell him I'm gone, gone, gone. Tell him I'm gone. Take this hammer, take it to the captain. Take this hammer, take it to the captain. Take this hammer, take it to the captain. Tell him I'm gone, tell him I'm gone. Feet, get me away from here. That man got a club. Go, boy. When you just walk by me ever so casually, oh how I want you to be just my woman. Just the brush of your lips and my heart jumps and skips at your slight fingertips. You're my woman. And if I ever take you in my arms real tight, for a moment I'll feel wrong to be feeling so right. And if I ever kiss you a hungry good night, you'll be too weak to fight. You're my woman. Like a rose in full bloom, sending out sweet perfume, I know you're in the room without looking. I've been wildly upset since the moment we met. You won't let me forget you're a woman. And if I ever take you in my arms real tight, for a moment I'll feel wrong to be feeling so right. And if I ever kiss you a hungry goodnight, you'll be too weak to fight. You're my woman. There's an old saying that's been all around. I heard it before I could walk. How some's got health and some's got wealth, others money, marbles and chalk. I got money, marbles and chalk, sweetheart, but I still feel like I am poor. 'Cause my money won't spend, and my marbles won't roll, and my chalk won't ride anymore. While you were near, I was happy and gay. Your presence made me feel so proud. But you left me for another one day. Now I feel alone in a crowd. I got money, marbles and chalk, sweetheart, but I still feel like I am poor. 'Cause my money won't spend, and my marbles won't roll, and my chalk won't ride anymore. The money, marbles, and chalk is all right to misers who love only gold. But give me a chance to save our romance, for I love you with all of my soul. I got money, marbles, and chalk, sweetheart, but I still feel like I am poor. 'Cause my money won't spend, and my marbles won't roll, and my chalk won't ride anymore. I love you because you understand it. Every single thing I try to do, you're always there to lend a helping hand, dear. I love you most of all because you're you. No matter what the world may say about me, I know your love will always see me through. I love you for the way you never doubt me, but most of all, I love you 'cause you're you. Because my heart is lighter every time I'm walking by your side. I love you because the future's brighter. The door to happiness you opened wide. No matter what may be the style or season, I know your heart will always be true. most of all, I love you 'cause you're you. You have painted up your lips and rolled and curled your tinted hair. Ruby, are you contemplating going out somewhere? The shadow on the wall tells me the sun is going down. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. For it wasn't me that started that old crazy Asian war. But I was proud to go and do my patriotic chore. And I know, Ruby, that I'm not the man I used to be. Oh, Ruby, I still need some company. It's hard to love a man whose legs are bent and paralyzed. And the wants and the needs of a woman your age, Ruby, I realize. But it won't be long, I've heard them say, until I'm not around. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. She's leaving now, 'cause I just heard the slamming of the door. The way I know I heard it slam 100 times before. And if I could move, I'd get my gun and put her in the ground. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. Oh, Ruby, for God's sakes, turn around. For the last time, and like I promised, I just told her goodbye. Please believe me, for this time it's really over. And darling, you know I wouldn't lie. Didn't I come and tell about her? How temptation lured she and I. But now I know it was only fascination. And darling, you know I wouldn't lie. To let her down easy, as slow as I could. After all, she's got feelings too. But it took a little longer than I thought it would. But this time she knows we're really through. She wanted to hold me forever. and this lipstick shows her final try. And these tears on my shoulders are proof that she failed. And darling, you know I wouldn't lie. On the front page of the paper, we'll read a sad, sad tale tomorrow. A tale about a broken man who took his own life. Oh, if they knew how to give a description of the survivors, they'd say 3 loving children and 1 unfaithful wife. Everyone will be asking, did you know him? What could go so wrong to cause a man to take his own life? Oh, if I could just be here to tell them the tragic story, I'd say 3 loving children and 1 unfaithful wife. Yes, 3 loving children that I've held in my arms since they were just babies. And I did my best to be a good dad. And I hope that someday they'll understand. But the judge believed her story and said that I could never see them again. So I lost my loving children to the home of another man. Everyone will be asking, did you know him? What could go so wrong to cause a man to take his own life? Oh, if I could just be here to tell them the tragic story, I'd say 3 loving children and 1 unfaithful wife. Why don't you haul off and love me one more time? Why don't you squeeze me until I'm turning blind? If you don't cuddle up and love me like I want you to do, I'm gonna haul off and die over you. They say the love bug will get you at the age of 43. Well, I'm not telling my age, but something's got a hold of me. Well, I'm just craving some loving in the old-fashioned way. Honey, lend an ear and listen to all I have to say. Why don't you haul off and love me one more time? Why don't you squeeze me until I'm turning blind? If you don't cuddle up and love me like I want you to do, I'm gonna haul off and die over you. Now, darling, come a little closer, put your little hand in mine. Let me feel your arms about me, honey, please don't change your mind. For my lovesick heart's a-throbbing as I hold you close to mine. I'm bound to have a lot of loving waiting for me on the line. Why don't you haul off and love me one more time? Why don't you squeeze me until I'm turning blind? If you don't cuddle up and love me like I want you to do, I'm gonna haul off and die over you. Back several years ago, when I was a kid in school, our class was reciting the Pledge of Allegiance one day, and the school principal walked in, and he stepped in front of the class, and looking real serious, he said, "I have been listening to you boys and girls recite the Pledge of Allegiance all semester, and it seems as though it's becoming monotonous to you. So, if I may, I would like to recite it and try to explain to you the meaning of each word. I, we, an individual, a committee of one. Pledge, dedicate all my worldly goods to give without self-pity. Allegiance, my love and my devotion to the flag, our standard, Old Glory, a symbol of freedom, and wherever she waves there's respect, because your loyalty has given her dignity that shouts, freedom is everybody's job. United, and that means that we have all come together. States, individual communities that have united into 48 great states, 48 individual communities with pride and dignity and purpose, all divided with imaginary boundaries, yet united to a common purpose, and that's love for country. And to the Republic. Republic, a state in which sovereign powers is invested in representatives chosen by the people to govern, and government is the people. And it's from the people to the leaders, not from the leaders to the people, for which it stands. One nation meaning, oh, so blessed by God, indivisible, incapable of being divided, with liberty, which is freedom, the right of power to live one's own life without threats, fears, or some sort of retaliation, and justice, the principle or qualities of dealing fairly with others, for all, which means, boys and girls, it's as much your country as it is mine. And now, boys and girls, let me hear you recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And since I was that small boy, 2 states have been added to our country, and 2 words have been added to the Pledge of Allegiance, under God. Oh, wouldn't it be a pity if someone said it's a prayer, and that would be eliminated from our schools too.
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. Before you take another step, there's something you should know about the years ahead and how they'll be. You'll be living in a world where roses hardly ever grow, 'cause all I have to offer you is me. There'll be no mansion waiting on the hill with crystal chandeliers. see. All I have to offer you is me. Sweetheart, I'll give you all my love in every way I can. But make sure that's what you want while you're still free. The only goal I have for you is in this wedding band. 'Cause all I have to offer you is me. There'll be no mansion waiting on the hill with crystal chandeliers, and there'll be no fancy clothes for you to wear. Everything I have is standing here in front of you to see. All I have to offer you is me. All I have to offer you is me.